Welcome to Made-in-Alberta. I'm Barb Allard, and this first chapter is on the subject of food, the most vital energy of all. At this point in our history, Albertans are importing most of the food that we consume. This really drives up our greenhouse gas emissions because of the transportation and refrigeration requirements. And with fuel at premium prices these days, it does beg the question of what's going to happen to the cost of this imported food. So there are lots of good reasons to start thinking about eating local, and many Albertans are starting to do just that. Like community gardening. This is my guest, Susan Penstone of the Community Garden Network. Susan, why are people community gardening?
Well, for some folks, they're gardening for the reasons that you're saying. They want to reduce the cost of groceries. But also, for this community, for instance, it's providing a green space in a concrete jungle. Families are also coming out because it's a form of recreation, and it's a great way to meet your neighbors.
James Goldman is a founding member of the Heritage Community Garden in South Edmonton. By day, he's a computer programmer for BioWare, a large computer gaming company. In his off hours, James loves nothing more than getting his hands in the dirt and gardening with his new friends and family.
Nuggets of goodness. Mostly this is a hobby. I like to garden. My wife's a horticulturalist, so we both like to get our hands in the soil. And we live in an apartment here, so we really wanted to be able to get outside and get our hands dirty. But there are also larger considerations. I do believe in sustainable development, and I'm concerned about the environment, like I think most of the people at this garden are. And this is one way of beginning to address those problems. I think the best part is the best part about any gardening, and that's watching things grow and having your own harvest. But a definite strong contender, which you would not find in a home garden, is the social aspect. We've met many new friends. We have a multi-ethnic, multi-generational group here, and it's been a wonderful social experience.
For James, this is about taking steps towards food sustainability.
For my plot, it's about 70 square feet, so we can't grow enough to completely feed our family, suffice it to say. Maybe 5 to 10% if I was to take a wild guess. Hoping to up that to somewhere around 20 next year when we expand the planters. Once I have a house and a garden, it means that we can grow an appreciable fraction of what we consume. So it does actually make a difference.
So what do you grow?
I've had about 2.5 kilos of peas, 2 kilos of spinach, about 15 kilos of tomatoes. Had potatoes, strawberries, green beans, pickling cucumbers, turnips, carrots, all kinds. And beets, wonderful beets.
Is there a moral to the story?
Make do with less and be happier. That's what this is about. And it's fun.
Did you know your homegrown food is the most eco-friendly, particularly if it's organic?
So Susan, if somebody wants to get involved with community gardening, how should they go about that?
Well, they can contact me at the Community Garden Network. My phone number is 221-1128, or go on our website, emissions.Gardens.org. And on that website, there is a listing of the community gardens, so they can certainly go to a community garden in their own neighborhood as well.
And what sorts of services do you offer to the Edmonton's community gardeners?
Well, the network is just a group of community gardens around the city of Edmonton, and so an individual can certainly gain knowledge and information from those experienced community gardeners. As well, we can give them ideas as to where to find resources like seed and wood or compost and soil.
Thanks, Susan. Now let's go back to the Heritage Community Garden and meet one of Edmonton's youngest community gardeners.
It's a little flower that I planted a long time ago, but it's died. My name is Christopher and I'm 7. This is my garden. What is this little thingy right here growing? A weed. Think some weed is hiding right under here. Next year I'm gonna grow different stuff. I told everyone, and they're gonna make me another big garden so I can grow more stuff.
This episode of Made in Alberta is sponsored by the Edmonton Community Garden Network.